As to the argument that the order impugned by the city of Tshwane is not appealable, Jafta J disagrees with the joint judgment and advances a number of reasons for his opinion. First, he points out that the Supreme Court of Appeal had already granted leave to appeal against the interim interdict issued by Princely J. There was an appeal to the full court of the Gauteng Division of the High Court, which rendered a comprehensive judgment dismissing the appeal. Therefore, the city of Tshwane seeks to appeal against the order of the full court, which is not an interim interdict. Second, he shows that an appeal to this court is regulated by Section 167 of the Constitution and not the common law on which the joint judgment relies. He points out that in terms of Section 167, the test for granting leave is the interest of justice and not some common law requirements. He reasons that the relevant common law principles form part of what is considered in determining the interests of justice. Third, he demonstrates that even at common law, an interim order is appealable with the leave of the court of first instance. Therefore, it is incorrect to hold that interim orders are not appealable at common law. He concludes that he would have granted leave here even if the order sought to be appealed against was that granted by Princely J. Turning to the majority judgment, in conclusion, AfriForum failed to meet the requirement of irreparable harm, and the balance of convenience weighs heavily in favor of the dismissal of the application for an interim order. AfriForum's case is extremely weak. The interdict was granted and the appeal against it dismissed by the full court with little regard for AfriForum's duty to meet the requirements for an interim interdict and considerations of separations of power. Both Princely J and Jordan J were unable to explain satisfactorily how the requirements of irreparable harm and balance of convenience were met. The interim interdict should not have been granted in the first place, and the Supreme Court of Appeal should have granted leave to appeal. Instead, it dismissed the application with costs. In the result, the following order is made. 1. Leave to appeal is granted. 2. The appeal is upheld. 3. The orders by Princely J and Jordan J of the Gauteng Division of the High Court, Pretoria, are set aside and the application for an interim interdict is dismissed. 4. The order of the Supreme Court of Appeal awarding costs against the Tshwane Metropolitan Municipality is set aside. 5. Each party is to pay its own cost. I hand down this judgment.